Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of making a late game creative Royale series. In this episode, I will be showing you how to make supply drops in your map and add XP. Alright then, let's get started. So, I think we should start by connecting it to each storm face. So, let's take out our accolades device, because that's going to be what gives the player the XP. Then we're going to head over to our storm controller, and in the settings, we're going to make it so that way it grants on the end of each storm phase. So when storm phase 1 finishes, we're going to put channel 10. And storm phase 2, 11. Storm phase 3, 12. Storm phase 4, 13. And storm phase 5, 14. Okay, so let's head back over to our accolades device. And for the settings, we want award when receiving from 10. That's what it's going to give the player XP. Give it a nice name like storm phase completed, new storm phase, whatever you want. Make it creative. Limit XP reward. I wouldn't, just in case you want to reuse the device. Now, with the XP reward, we want to make it small at the beginning. So that way our map gets approved. Because if you put too much XP, then it won't get approved. Splash size is how it looks on your screen. So like, I would say automatic, because since it's small, it'll be small on your screen. Okay, find a nice icon to go with it. Since it's a storm, I'm going to be looking for a storm icon.
Don't put the blame on me. Oh, some people got the real problem.
Okay, gameplay only. For gameplay only, this has to be yes. And the rest is just channel 10. Okay, so after thinking about it, I'm going to switch it up a bit and make it the first 3 storm phases are channel 10. So it just gets small XP every time. Because if you're sitting there and putting so much XP on your map, like crazy amounts, that's how your map gets denied for discovery and being featured. That's not something you want. Okay, so for the second device, I'm just going to bump it up to medium and change the channel to 11. And make splash size small, because if the splash size is automatic, it's going to put the XP reward at the top of the screen, which doesn't look like Battle Royale, it looks like creative. I'm just going to do some organization, because it's always good to, organize your devices so you know what's where and what does what. Okay, so let's set up XP for when a player eliminates another player. Get the elimination manager, place it down. And really the only setting that we need to change is on elimination transmit on 12. Just gonna make sure 12 is a free channel, which it is. Okay, so now we're gonna go and put down our accolades. Okay, and same thing, give it a nice little name, like Elim. You could even put in an emoji. Some emojis work with this device. You don't really need a description. Limit award count, don't do that, because then they're only going to get 1 or 5 XP rewards. XP rewards small, so that way we're not abusing the XP. Trigger player only, yes, and award on 12. Okay, so let's set up XP for when a player spawns into the game. Just something, small and basic that lets them know that XP is there. So I'm going to be going off of my when player spawn transfer on 1 and use that to award on 1. Same thing for the name, like spawn, welcome, whatever you want. You don't have to limit the reward count because they're only going to trigger it once. And all the settings are basic, just put small as the XP size. Again, do some organizing with your devices. Okay, so now let's add in some supply drops. you'll be able to find the supply drop spawner under devices. Okay, so here are some settings you're going to put in. Balloon health is up to you. Interacting team, make sure that's already owning, and owning team is any. The rest of it is the same. Falling speed, change that to whatever you would like. That's all up to you. Start lock. False spawn radius is island. Because if you do it above, the supply drop is just going to spawn right here on this little, I don't know, creative pad. And players won't be able to get it. So make sure it's island. Okay, and supply drop delay time. That's how long it's going to take for it to spawn. So 5 seconds, we want to spawn at the beginning of the game. That's when it's going to be the first supply drop that spawns. And you can change the FX color, which is the smoke that appears on the ground. If you change it to something nice and bright, it'll catch the player's attention. So maybe do that. So I'm going to be making a few, but you don't have to. You could do whatever you want for your map. So since this one's going to be spawning later, I'll make it spawn after 30 seconds. And then this one, I will have spawn after 1 minute. Let's do that. Okay. And then this one, it's just 5 minutes. I feel like that would be too long, so here's what I'm going to do. To add a custom time not listed on here, you're going to want to turn off spawn supply drop delay time and put a channel on spawn supply drop when receiving from. So I'll just make that 9. Okay, grab a trigger. And here are the settings we're going to put on the trigger. Trigger, when triggered, transmit on 9, so that way it spawns the balloon. And we're going to have triggered by player, damage, items, vehicles, mutators, all that stuff. We're going to turn that off. Trigger by water off. Activate on game phase, game start. Times transmit every X triggers is 1. Delay. That's whatever you want your timing to be. You want it to wait 5 minutes or 5 minutes? 3 minutes? 3 minutes. I'm going to do 3 minutes. Okay, reset delay, that's what we want. Trigger sound, I recommend turning this stuff off, or else the players can hear a weird sound. Okay, now is the fun part. We get to put our items in the supply drop. For me, I'm going to put more rare items that you don't get in the item granter out of a supply drop. So players have to work to get it. I'm going to put this in fast motion. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so as you may have saw when I spawned off the battle bus, I was continuously getting XP. So you just need to put triggering player only to yes. That was our problem before. Also, one thing I wanted to tell you guys is that if you abuse your XP in your map, it's not going to get accepted to Discovery. It's just going to get rejected and rejected and rejected because Epic Games, they don't like people to abuse the system. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching as always. Please be sure to check out my links in the description. Subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next tutorial where we will be learning how to make challenges.